Good afternoon, all you fabulous people. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. Um, I recorded the video this morning for Market Watch. Check that out. This is going to be something entirely different. Feel free to click off it or not. This is going to be my review of the history of draft package from Calling Chicago this weekend and kind of go over a 2024 recap while doing such. Um, Thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to start off with history of draft. Calling Chicago was an absolute blast to play. It was a lot more grueling than I thought it would be. Um, it was pretty crazy. The the package was absolutely worth it. I don't think you could have gotten more value um, out of a event uh, without trying really hard. Um, the it started off with I'll just do a little review if nobody's heard of it. It's pretty prominent, but we'll see. This is the first time anything like this happened to my knowledge. But basically, we drafted every draftable set from Mistvale back, 3 drafts a day, uh, starting at 10 a.m. and the last one started at 6 p.m. So it was like 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. every night, with about an hour break if you got lucky in between each draft. Some of them was down to like a half an hour between each draft just because of starting late and everything like that. So it was a lot of running around. Um, it was pretty crazy. We I did okay this weekend. I did one and two pretty much every draft. 0 and 3 to couple, but 2 and 1 to couple splitting the top game for splitting tickets. But just to cover over what came in the package, it came with 2 Rosetta playmats, Glyph Overlay, and Destructive Aethertide. It came with a full set of Lightning press promos. It came with a battle hardened pack of the tongue tied, hide behind the pin and smash up, and then it came with both Earth and Lightning packs that contain the Cold Foil Millennium Tree and the Cold Foil Lightning Valley and their respective Rainbow Foil rune chants, and as well as entry to the whole event. And you, for every win you got 80 tickets for the prize wall. As most of you know, that if you go to these events, tickets on the like the last day sell for about 10 cents a pop. So eight cents or $8 win, pretty good. Especially when you can trade it in for like cold foil tokens and stuff like that. Um, but so started off on Miss Fail. Um, I had never drafted Miss Fail. I've only played Enigma really. I got absolutely destroyed. Drafted a new deck that I thought was okay, but people definitely knew the tricks in my pod on how to draft that and wrecked me. I think I came out 1 and 2, weaseling out a win in the last game. Um, and we did heavy hitters, and I 2-1 with Olympia, um, doing pack two, pick two. Somebody passed me up the ante, and I was working on building Rhinar, and I had just gotten a bunch of generic wagers, sixes and ups, just to have sixes in my deck, and I was like, sure, I'll do Olympia up the ante. Uh, that worked out. I lost the first game and won the next two. I figured out the first game. I was like, I just need to keep pressure, and I can do my attack reacts and win wagers, and just kind of keep tempo, and it worked out. Bright Lights was incredibly hard as the last drafted Friday. Uh, so much text. I hadn't seen those cards since like pre-release of Bright Lights, basically. Extremely hard. Um, then we started off Saturday with shoot, it's blanking me. Outsiders. I love that draft. I think that's my favorite draft. You can just go so flexible with it. I got destroyed. Uh, Made an Arachne Solitary Confinement deck around daggers. Wasn't very good. Then we did. What's the next one? Shoot. I should bring out my tag, but I forgot where I put it. Anyway, Saturday I did. Oh, it was Uprising, and I got forced to play Icelander, and I don't play Wizard, and I don't play Elemental Heroes, and I got wrecked. Um, and then it was Uprising. What's the set before? This is hard going backwards. Tales of Aria. I drafted a pretty good Oldhim deck. I forgot that you have to fuse cards, and those can't be your pitches, and so my deck was a little underpowered, but all my games were within 1 or 2 health, pretty much. I felt good about that. Then Sunday is where I had the absolute most fun. We started off with Arcane Rising, and pack pack one. I was like, these you got to lock in early on Arcane Rising because there's not a lot of crossover. I think I took a red arrow just because I thought it looked like the best card in the thing, and then proceeded to be just past red arrows after red arrows and blue pumps or yellow pumps. I didn't get very many amazing pumps, but so I started going Azalea. Pack one or pack two, pick one, pull the Rainbow Foil Skullbone Crass Scrap, and I was like, let's go, we're already on it. Um, and so that turned out really well. I 2-1, um, split with the top half for the winner and just kind of played it out. It was down to the wire. We were both basically fatigued Azalea in the final, but I ended up losing because I didn't play effectively, especially using my cross wrap. I'd never played Azalea before, so but 2-1 on that, pretty cool. So I was running on a high off that, and we go into. I'm just chilling, trading stuff and flipping cards. We start the 2 p.m. Welcome to Wraith draft. They say there's an issue with the allocation of Welcome to Wraith. We're going to draft something else. And then they kind of pause and they say, Welcome to Wraith Alpha. And the place exploded. It was absolutely like I was in shock. I I was just, I was swearing a lot. I apologize if that offended anybody. I just could not believe they gave us alpha. I mean, this was a $300 package already. I forgot already, and then they're giving us 3 alpha packs to draft, which basically, I think if you're buying a loose pack of alpha, it's about $100 a pack. I mean, you can get a box for like $1,800, uh, but a loose pack I think is about $100. So you basically make your money back off of the alpha packs. They also started the morning before we even drafted Arcane Rising. They had Christmas mats for every seat there, which was really cool. Basically, the last 3 Christmas mats, it was Crack Bobble, Shitty Christmas Present, and Squizzy and Flute from last year. I ended up getting a Crack Bobble. That was the one I wanted really, really bad out of those, which was cool. They also and every day we got a pack of sleeves. I figured we would just get hero sleeves. We ended up getting Dragon Shield, Majestic Dragons. I been looking at these for a while. They're like 30-40 bucks a box. They're pretty hard to get. And I just drafted using Dominia sleeves the whole weekend because I wanted to keep these 2 sleeves, the other 2 sealed, which is unfortunate because I kind of want this one sealed. Maybe I'll buy another box. But these were absolutely. I could not have picked better sleeves for me other than maybe like a tunic one. These have been on my want list for a while and I just never bought them. So on to Welcome to Wraith Draft. Uh, Pack one, pick one. I think. Oh, pack one, pick one. I took Sigil of Solace Pink. Um, I was like, all right, it's a rare generic. It'll go in pretty much any deck. Uh, Pretty good pick. Then they started passing me Pink Guardian cards, and I was like, oh, I'll build Bravo. That's fine. And then I just started noticing no one is taking these brute cards, like Smash Instinct, Pink, Awakening Bellow. Some foils were being passed and stuff like that. So I switched to Reiner. I'm like pack three or pick 3 or 4. And I drafted an absolutely crazy Reinar deck. Here's my pink Sigil of Solace. Pack one, pick one. I'm keeping this together. Pack two, they passed me an Alpha Rampage pink. Shout out to Logan, Big Low on Discord. Uh, he looked at me and just like, here you go, man, because we had kind of jokingly been telling each other what we were doing, just because the place was so hype and nobody really cared. It was value draft. Get your strips, get your foils, foil sink below, first ed. Just absolutely blast. Um, I will not forget this anytime soon. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, getting a little emotional for some reason. Um, this was amazing. And I got to draft with TCG Ted. Shout out to him. Scott and Bigelow, all in the top in the pod. My pods were a bunch of people I didn't know pretty much the whole weekend, and then the last one was 3 or 4 people I knew, which was great. Um, it was the event was just amazing. I hope LSS, if you're out there, the absolutely stellar event. I heard rumors that you basically set up min max with the alpha and the mats and stuff like that, and really extended to make an awesome event. Oh, so thank you for that. This was my first big outing. Thank you for all my opponents and anybody that interacted with me or came up and said hi. I really appreciated the kind words. I'm going to keep at this, keep at the videos and stuff like that. But that's kind of the history of draft package. The only two complaints I had was I wish there was food closer that was open. It seemed like there was a mad dash. I learned the last day that there was a piece of place tucked back further into the event hall that was open, but without talking to people, you never would have known because everything else in the event hall was closed. Um, so there was basically a hotel snack place that was ridiculously expensive, or you had to walk like 10 minutes to get the food. And when you're time restricted, it was kind of hard to go run, get food, come back, chow down, um, and be back in like an hour to get food. I went all the way up to like White Castle, which was like a mile and a half walk basically, and back a couple or one time. There was Subway, there was Steve's Bites, with one of my local buddies pointed me to that because he had dietary restrictions. Shout out to Neil at Nearly Sane Games. Highly recommend giving him a check out. If you haven't, uh, he was it was a blast to hang out with Neil all weekend. Um, Couple things I learned is definitely bring snacks and a water bottle. Over the weekend, it was you. My other complaint was it was ridiculously hot in the event hall Friday and Saturday. Like so much so, I was sweating and I was in like a light jersey material and like jeans, and my jeans were soaked when I got back to the hotel both nights. I felt like an absolute disgusting, filthy human when I got back, and I was wearing deodorant and took showers every morning and everything like that. Um, Great time. Those are my only two complaints. Also, shout out to uh, any of the Chicago people you played this weekend. They gave out tokens. Their Chicago arts. There was embodiment of Earth and Lightning. Lightning is Sears Tower looking struck by lightning, and then there was uh, the bean or whatever you want to call it in one of the parks. And I think there was a third one. I just didn't see it. I just sat down to this next to this guy and he got him out and was like, "I've been looking for these. Can I have one?" And he was like, "Yeah, here, sure." And then this Viscerai cold foil, I think, was the calling promo that they handed out, and it was included in the package. Sick cold foil. Um, but without further ado, I figured just to tack onto this video, since we were already talking about Alpha and some of these cool pickups, I figured I would go through some of my 2024 pickups and kind of collection goals. Um, I don't know how I'm going to do 2025. Um, 2025, I don't know. I can accomplish so much this year that I'm like, I don't even know where to start other than to shoot crazy, like maybe going for a cold foil or EA rainbow foil tunic. Um, but I think that's even crazy to think about. Started figured since we were already talking about Alpha, I'd get out some of my Alpha Warrior cards that I have just set aside for myself. Just got these in like collections, and basically they're paid for. I didn't pay anything for them; they just came in collections, and I was like, all right, I don't have any Alpha cards, so I'll set aside these Pink Strip, Steel Braid Supremacy, and that's part of the reason I didn't draft Warrior this weekend is because I had all these cards already, or most of them. Non-foil Glistening Steel Blade playset, Sharpened steel pink foil. So it was cool, and I'm glad somebody else got them that didn't have them. So that's why I stuck with Scar for Scar pink. It's kind of warped. Um, Drone of Brutality. This one's really warped. I must have messed that one up. Stroke of Foresight, Biting Blades, Steel. So just kind of those. I got a couple Warrior of Valor's rainbow foils, another Sharpened Steel. Oh, Olympia snuck in there. And then Tome of Fyendal, non-foil uh, alpha. So that's kind of my alpha collection on top of whatever I got with the Brute, Alpha Rampage, and Sigil of Solace, and everything like that, which I will keep that together, and that's going to be a memento from the calling. I probably should write on the deck box that that's what it is. Next, we'll kind of go through just some odds and ends pickups that really low value or not really toward collection goals. This is special. The IRA 5-year anniversary at the Armory. That was cool. Enigma New Moon. This is the one that one of my locals pulled that pre-release. He was a brand new player. I traded him this for I traded for him for this for like $40 to try to get him some newer stuff like a week after release. So I'll keep that as well. Prism, Rainbow Foil, just kind of a set aside. Apex Bone Predator Cold Foil. I thought I was going to build KO, and then I backed out. Victor Goldmane Marvel. I did build Victor this year and had him in Bliss and had him an absolute fun time with him. Good Time Chapeau Cold Foil. Just got this recently. Golden Glare. Cold Foil Arm Aegis. Like I said, playing Victor. Cold Foil Misclose Goalie. I got this in a collection. I set it aside, and it was basically my keepsake from my collection. Oh, I didn't even mention this is the skull bone cross wrap I pulled this weekend in my Arcane Rising draft as Azalea. I think I mentioned that already, but I'll keep this as a memento as well. I need to set it. Oh, well, it'll have the Dominia sleeves, which will be special. Wrecker Romp, I just kind of trade for this weekend. I really like this art. I wanted one of the. I think these are buy box from GCC. KO Marvel. Shout out to Ted. Bought this off him as he was packing up to leave. $40 for a cold foil Droma. I've been wanting one for a while. Sold mine when it was like $150 right before she LL. Celestial Kimono Marvel. Just kind of got that. Shout out to Josh Lau again. Got a Dory sleeve. Shot the shit with him. I think day 2 before a draft or right at the end of a draft. Getting a Dory sleeve, which I'll probably put Dawnblade or something in it. Next, we'll go to, I'll pack these up, and then we'll go to the generics. This was just kind of the odds and ends, extra collection stuff that I had lying around. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, let's do binders. It's all of this was acquired this year, for the most part. But some of the stuff I'm about to show you did not get acquired this year. All right. If you've been in Josh's Riddler Man Gaming's Discord for a while, you kind of know that I've been trying to do. Oh, man, the glare on this is terrible. Hold on. Maybe I can turn it better. Yeah. All right. Trying to do one of every card. See if I can get this up in full frame without knocking over everything. Apologize if it's too dark now. So I got Welcome to Wraith here. All the legendaries are in here, not including my play sets of stuff. We got Heart and Eye to start Arcane Rising. Most of this is all unlimited. I don't think I have any first ed stuff other than a select card or two in here. I just kind of flipped through these real quick. I am missing Arcanite Shard right now. I sold it into the Viscerai hype. I think that's one of 2 cards I'm missing out through Bright Lights right now. The other one being Stalagmite in the next binder. These binders, actually, shout out to a guy I bought on Reddit, I think 2 years ago. I got these binders from him, and he had started the collection, doing one of every card. Um, and I had finished it. I have since messaged him and said, I did finish your original vision of this. And he said, that is awesome. I am so happy for you. So, shout out to that guy. Hope he's doing well. Uh, Here's my extra fables. Got cold foil library, to finish that binder off. Next, we'll go on to, I believe it's Arya. Same thing, one of every card. Just gonna flip through these real quick. I know Kuba and a couple other people have asked me to show off a collection. Um, I miss the now's not to be quiet about Flesh and Blood collecting, towards the start of the year, or middle of the year. And here's my stalagmite missing. Maybe I'll title this video kind of similar to that. Uh, like now's not to be the time to be quiet about Flesh and Blood, again, or something memey. Uh, Everfest is by far my oh no, I'm missing a couple cards in Everfest. Probably stuff I just need to buy to throw in there. Probably cheap. Those look like commons. Um, my favorite set by far. Well, uh, caveat there. Um, I think Heavy Hitters is my favorite set, but this is my first set that made me fall in love with the game. I came in right at Dynasty, started Dynasty, so I bought Uprising instead since it was draftable, and it was very good to me. I pulled a bunch of Crown of Providences, Dragons, a few Blooded Kais, Tumulti, Marvel, etc. Um, Excuse me, sorry. Now we got Outsiders through Bright Lights. This is the last one I have going, or have completed basically. The Heavy Hitters one for this year, I have just started organizing for. I typically wait 6 to 12 months before doing it, just so the prices of cards drop. This was another. I really like Dust Till Dawn. This set was amazing. I really liked Bolton support in this. Considering I got Bolton completely foiled out now, I'm ready to play some armor games with him. Then we got Bright Lights. Probably, I don't know, probably my least favorite set of last year. It was fun though. I played Tekla Vossen for a while in Blitz. He was fun. I decided to stay in my lane and do I'm missing what am I missing there? Tome of Imperial Flame. I have it. It's just not in the binder. So that's kind of my one of every card through Bright Lights. I tried to show those off in Discord and they just never worked out. So I'll go on to generics real quick. Hold on. Let's turn the. Does it look better without the light? Does this show up okay? No, I think the light's better. I think the light's better. Yeah, I think the light's better. All right. We got Balance of Justice Cold Foil. This is. Oh, maybe the light's worse. There we go. I did not pull one of these, but I had three at one point. I kept trading them because they kept spiking and coming back down and stuff like that. I think this is the last one. I bought this at like 150, or 145 even when it was like $200. So I got a pretty good deal on this. Blossom of String, this is a cool promo. If you don't have one of these, it's like $10. I highly recommend picking those up. Those are cool. Gold Foil Stone Gauntlet from Misty. Shout out to Ted again. TCG Ted. Played him round one alpha draft, and I won. And he just handed this to me. It was sick. um, content creator promos. Crown of Dominion, pick up over the weekend. I traded some of my Prism Bling because I haven't played her in months. I'd rather have a generic Marvel that I can use. Here's some big pickups over the weekend. Well, here's these two I already had. One of these I traded for, and one of these came in a recent collection. I wanted these anyway. Now I'm going for all the cold foil tokens for all the warrior decks I have. I think I've completed that minus might, and might is only generated off of nasty surprise for me. Uh, Courage. This was trade-in credit from this weekend for Tyler at Righteous Gaming. Shout out to him. Vigor and Quicken. I traded for 800 tickets for one of them, and I earned one of them. I'm going to say I earned Quicken and then basically traded for Vigor tickets for the prize wall. These were my last two hurrahs before I loaded up in my car on Sunday and drove back. So I'm ready to play some Warrior. Cold Foil Arcanite Fortress. I love this card. I can't wait until it's like really good in play. I have 3 rainbow foils. I didn't throw them in here. Now kind of on to the big boys. I picked up 3 rainbow foil Art of War Unlimiteds right after the ban from Rick from Hardware. Tyler, thanks man. Hope you're doing well. These will stay in the collection for a long, long time. Probably forever. And then this weekend, I had, I don't know where I got the first one, Rainbow Foil CNC, just recently. But then I picked up 2 off of 2 other ones off of Tyler at Righteous Gaming trade in. He had them, a guy traded them in. And then Tyler told the guy, he was like, these will be gone in like an hour or two. And I swung by the table shortly after that, and I already had a stack of cards to Tyler to trade in. So I was like, just add those to my tab. E-Strikes. I picked up Rainbow Foil E-Strikes finally too. I had 2. I had one in a raffle, and I had traded one. I traded for one. And then I traded for the third one this weekend. Shout out to the guy that was looking for his buddy was looking for staples. He had pulled this or bought this. I don't really know. And then I traded him a CNC non-foil and a non-foil E-Strike for it. And I already had business to do with him. He was playing Count Your Blessings, old him at the calling, and he needed some cards that I was selling. We'll save those for later. If you didn't already see them. Yeah. On to Warrior. I'll clean this up real quick. So, all of this was this year. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. On to Warrior, which, if you know me, Warrior is my biggest collection. My goal at the start of this year was to have one of every Warrior cold foil, and I think I have that. I don't show any of the small ones here, but started off the year with, oh, do I only have 2? Yeah, I only have 2. Raisin Army, the EA, and the Centauri Cell Swords. If you haven't seen these cold foils, these are one of my favorite cold foils in the game. These are gorgeous. See if I can screen this better. There we go. Come on, camera, focus. Just a gorgeous cold foil. I'm hoping to get some Kasai reps in again. She's just rough. Maybe I'll play her. Right now, I think I'm going to build Hatchet's Story again. It was a lot of fun. The start of the year. Hot Streak Cold Foil. Nothing big. We got Helm of Hell's Grace. I like this cold foil too from the most recent Judge pack. Bolty Boy. I don't think this sees play though. Maybe I just play it for the shits and giggles of it. We got just a regular old cold foil Emperor. As I call it, the poor man's Marvel. Kasai. The promo. We got Dory promo. Oh, you know what? I think I'm missing Bolton, young Bolton. Shockingly enough, I need to buy him. Rise Galea. I got this from 10 bucks from the world premiere. Shout out to Rob. Pick that up for me. Marvel Olympia Young. Then Marvel Adult Dory. This was my first big pickup of the year. A shout out to Solana Trading. I can't remember your name right now, but shout out to you, man. We traded some Balance of Justices and stuff for this. This is one of my favorite cards. Thank you. Rainbow Foil Dory, Adult. This is a gorgeous foil. The foiling on these OG heroes is something special. I don't know. The Rainbow Foils especially. I can't remember if this was last year or this year's summer. Brave Forge Bracers. The cold foil. This one is dented. It's kind of hard to tell on camera. I got this for five. See, you can kind of tell it there at the top. I got this for $500 off eBay, and at the time, I thought that was a really good deal. I still think it's probably a pretty good deal. The prices have been coming down. Probably could have gotten it cheaper, but this is my cold foil Brave Forge Bracers. I still think it's a pretty good deal. Third Blade Hold, I have definitely overpaid for this. I think this was last year at the end of the year. I bought this for 450 total. This is, I think, my favorite cold foil in the game. Really gorgeous the way the gold pops and everything like that. These have been coming down. I think they're like 200, 300 refraction bolters. I got this off of TCG Player. Somebody listed one for 150, and I scooped it up like near instantly. I thought that was a pretty good deal, considering they're still going around that price. I couldn't help myself. Jubil, I believe this was a not Nats winner, maybe ProQuest win, something like that. Hard to come by. Cold foil sword, really enjoy that. Cold foil Bolton, I forgot I had. I need to get him out to play with, but I like the rainbow foil better. The borders on the OG cold foils are the only thing that's cold foiled. Grains of Blood Spill, of course. This just recently popped. I think I got this for like 60 or 70 bucks, even during heavy hitter season, which is pretty crazy. Lumina Ascension Rainbow Foils. Shout out to Camden at my locals. He traded me my first one last Sunday or 2 Sundays ago, and then shout out to TCG Ted. I traded in I think some Felling of the Crowns and hodgepodge of miscellaneous other stuff for two more EA Luminas. Now Bolton has like the max rarity. Um, Anime Dory Rainbow Foil. I thought I would really like this. The art doesn't do much for me. I in person I thought I would really like it, and it's a little bit over the top for me. I think I might trade this one off. But shout out to Ted that got this for me too in Japan. I got the Kasai Adult Rainbow Foil. I think it's. I just add that. They're cheap. I think I picked them up for 20 bucks. Kasai Young Marvel. Shout out to Heavy Hitters. That set was great. And we got the Kasai Big Marvel. So I did pull one in Heavy Hitters. I think I opened like 4 cases, pulled one, kept it. It went up to $500. I stole my local, then pulled one. I was able to, I raffled mine off on one of the raffle sites. Basically, got about 475 for it. But more importantly, my local got one, and he is a high school student and didn't have a job at the time or really any income, so he was always kind of scraping together budget decks, barely making events, or not making events, but occasionally asking for money to do events, kind of thing. Shout out to Teddy, but he got about $500 in trade. That he got generics, CNCs, E-strikes, tunic, I believe, some warrior stuff. It was one of the best experiences I've had trading. We got Olympia Adult Marvel. I can't wait to play this guy. I hope he becomes good one day. I really like him. I like his deck. I got a foil route from Alpha. Um, kind of spicier. Didn't make the other pile. And then we got the real big boys. Hold on. Yeah, let's start with this. Hold on a sec. Shout out to Paul, Transient Fire. Made some big purchases this weekend with him, or trade-ins. Well, purchases and trade-ins. We got EA Twinning Blade, Rainbow Foil, Crew First. Grabbed this weekend. Made it all off of trades or sell-in at the weekend flips. So this was no money out of pocket really, which was awesome. Then the next card, similar trade-in Alter Righteous Gaming. I got Arcanite, Skullcap, Cold Foil. Probably need to get this graded. Don't really care what the grade comes back, but just so it's encapsulated. That's pretty amazing. Then can't remember if this was this year. This was this year. I got Command and Conquer Fable CNC in 9. It's pretty sweet. This I won't sell this probably ever. To match it, I've got Emperor, the big boy, Marvel. He was my second to last grab, and Ted pulled me a Fable CNC, not the one that graded raw, on his stream from a Dynasty box that I paid. I think I paid $90 for 3 boxes or something like that. No, that's not right. That's too cheap. $120 for 3 boxes. And he pulled a Command and Conquer that I traded this Emperor for, or traded the Command and Conquer for the Emperor. And last but not least, the holy grail of my collection is, so pretty unassuming, 9 Dawnblade Cold Foil promo, 30 to $40, something like that. That came with this Dorinthia Iron Song original Cold Foil promo, signed at, I believe it was the first Worlds, and got a 9.5 in grade there at the Worlds. Shout out to Duradark. We did a trade, partial cash, partial trade in. 2 10s, a 9.5, and a 9. This you'll have to pry from my cold dead hands. I would probably be buried with me. And that's kind of my collection update for 2024. 2025, like I said, I really don't know where to go with this. Probably go. A tunic would be cool, but I think that's crazy land. But we'll buy and flip collections and keep on the channel and keep going and see where it takes us. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for subbing. Thank you all for commenting, for liking, for buying cards. I could not have done this without you, and I look forward to growing this channel and growing my collection with you guys in 2025. Flesh and Blood is going to be an absolute blast. Fang is going to be my boy. I hope hopefully he's decent out of the box, because I'm ready to play a Draconic Warrior. Yeah. Hope you guys have fantastic holidays. Catch you in 2025. Probably have some more market videos before then, though. See ya.